Have you ever wondered how much of your personal information is floating around in the digital world? In this era, data is as ubiquitous as the air we breathe. Every click, every purchase, every interaction leaves a digital footprint. Businesses have become adept at collecting, storing, and using this personal data. Your favorite online store knows your shopping habits better than you do, and social media platforms can predict your preferences with uncanny accuracy. But with this power comes a profound responsibility: data privacy. It's the principle that ensures your personal information remains just that, personal. And it's not just an ethical issue, it's a legal one. Companies must comply with a complex web of rules and regulations designed to protect your privacy. As we dive deeper into the digital age, the importance of data privacy and compliance becomes even more critical. Our journey into the world of data ethics and privacy has only just begun, and it promises to be a fascinating one. Remember the Facebook Cambridge Analytica scandal that rocked the world in 2018? A story that serves as a prime example of data misuse and its fallout. Let's delve into the details. The scandal involved two major players: Facebook, the social media giant, and Cambridge Analytica, a political consulting firm. Cambridge Analytica obtained access to the personal data of about 87 million Facebook users without their explicit consent. This data was used to build psychological profiles, which were then employed to influence public opinion during the US presidential election of 2016 and the Brexit referendum. The misuse of data was multifaceted. Not only was there a breach of trust, but there was also a clear violation of data privacy laws and regulations. Facebook's data sharing practices were under scrutiny, with critics arguing that the company had failed to protect its users' data from third-party misuse. This misuse of data was not just unethical, but it also led to severe legal consequences. The fallout was significant. Facebook was hit with a $5 billion fine by the Federal Trade Commission in the United States, the largest ever imposed for violating consumers' privacy. Cambridge Analytica, on the other hand, was forced to shut down operations. The scandal brought to light the urgent need for stricter data privacy regulations and better data management practices. Furthermore, the scandal raised public awareness about data privacy. People began questioning how their data was being used and by whom. This renewed focus on data privacy sparked changes in how companies manage and protect user data. In essence, the Facebook Cambridge Analytica scandal served as a wake-up call for companies worldwide. It highlighted the severe consequences of neglecting data compliance and underscored the importance of data privacy. This case serves as a stark reminder of the importance of data compliance and privacy. It's a lesson learned the hard way, but one that has irrevocably changed the landscape of data management and privacy. So, what exactly is data compliance, and why is it so crucial? You might be wondering. Well, data compliance refers to the adherence to laws and regulations that dictate how data should be handled. This can range from how it's collected, stored, protected, to even how it's shared. Why is this important, you might ask? Well, for starters, data compliance plays a crucial role in protecting personal information. In this digital age, where data is often referred to as the new oil, securing personal data is of utmost importance. This is where data compliance steps in. By adhering to the required standards, organizations can ensure that the data they handle is secure, preventing misuse and breaches, and ultimately protecting the privacy of individuals. Now let's delve a little deeper. There are various data compliance requirements that companies need to be aware of, each with its own set of rules and implications for data management. Some of these requirements may be industry-specific, while others are more broad-based, affecting all companies that handle data. For instance, healthcare organizations in the United States must comply with the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, commonly known as HIPAA. This legislation dictates how patient data must be protected and shared. On the other hand, any company that processes the data of EU citizens, regardless of its location, must adhere to the General Data Protection Regulation, or GDPR. This regulation is designed to give individuals control over their personal data and to simplify the regulatory environment for international business. But remember, data compliance is not just about ticking boxes to avoid penalties. It goes beyond that. It's about building trust and credibility. When an organization is compliant, it sends a strong message to its customers, partners, and stakeholders that it values their data and respects their privacy. It shows that the organization is responsible and trustworthy. In a nutshell, data compliance is a critical aspect of modern business. It's not just about following the rules, it's about safeguarding personal data, respecting privacy, and building trust. Ensuring data compliance is not just about avoiding penalties, it's about building trust and credibility. Data privacy regulations are laws that govern how businesses should handle personal data. But which ones should your organization be aware of? Let's start with the General Data Protection Regulation, or GDPR for short. This European Union regulation came into effect in May 2018 and has had a significant impact on businesses worldwide. It's designed to give individuals more control over their personal data and imposes strict rules on how businesses collect, store, and use it. Non-compliance can result in hefty fines, up to 4% of the company's global annual turnover, or 20 million euros, whichever is higher. Moving from Europe to the United States, we have the California Consumer Privacy Act, or CCPA. This law, which took effect in January 2020, provides California residents with new rights regarding their personal information. Businesses must disclose what information they collect, for what purpose, and if they sell it to third parties. Violations can lead to civil penalties of up to $7,500 per intentional violation. And then there's the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, better known as HIPAA. This US legislation has been around since 1996 and is geared towards protecting sensitive patient health information. Organizations dealing with protected health information must ensure that all necessary physical, network, and process security measures are in place. These are just 3 examples of the many data privacy regulations in place around the world. Each of them has its unique features and compliance requirements. For instance, GDPR is all about user consent and rights, while CCPA focuses on consumer information and disclosure, and HIPAA emphasizes the protection of health information. The implications for businesses are far-reaching. They need to ensure not only that they are compliant with the regulations that apply to them, but also that they have the necessary systems and procedures in place to maintain compliance. Understanding these regulations is the first step towards ensuring data privacy and compliance. The next step is putting that understanding into practice. But that's a topic for another time. For now, remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to data privacy. In 2019, the tech giant Google was fined 50 million euros for GDPR violations, but what went wrong? Let's dissect this case to understand better. Google, a company known for its innovative technologies and dominance in the digital world, found itself in hot water due to non-compliance with the General Data Protection Regulation, or GDPR. The GDPR, a regulation implemented by the European Union, sets strict guidelines for how companies should handle and protect user data. It emphasizes the importance of transparency, user consent, and the right to access, rectify, or erase personal data. In Google's case, the French Data Protection Authority, CNIL, determined that Google had not provided adequate transparency. The information about data processing, as well as the storage period of this data, was not easily accessible to users. Moreover, they found that Google did not obtain valid consent for the personalization of ads. Users were not sufficiently informed, and the consent was not specific or unambiguous as required by the GDPR. This landmark case resulted in a hefty fine of 50 million euros, but the financial implications were not the only concern for Google. The reputational damage was significant, as trust is a vital currency in the digital world. Users, regulators, and investors alike were left questioning Google's commitment to data privacy. So, what can we learn from this case? It highlights the importance of understanding and complying with data privacy regulations. It's not just about avoiding fines, it's about building trust and credibility with users. It's about ensuring that the power of data is used responsibly, ethically, and legally. Remember, data privacy is not just a legal obligation, it's a commitment to your users. It's about respecting their rights and their trust in you. So let's take a page from Google's book and ensure we are always on the right side of data privacy. This case underscores the potential financial and reputational damage of non-compliance. As we navigate the digital landscape, let's remember the importance of data privacy and the potential consequences of not taking it seriously. As we move further into the digital age, what does the future hold for data privacy and compliance? Well, if anything's certain, it's that the landscape of data privacy and compliance is continuously evolving. With every technological advancement comes new challenges and opportunities. As we navigate these digital waters, one thing is clear. The need for continuous learning and adaptation is paramount. Just as we've seen with the introduction of regulations like GDPR, the future will bring more complex and stringent rules. And it won't just be about compliance, it will be about understanding the spirit of these regulations, protecting the privacy of individuals, and ensuring the ethical use of data. We can expect to see more advancements in encryption and anonymization techniques. AI and machine learning will play a bigger role in data management, and blockchain could revolutionize how we store and share sensitive information. In the world of data, privacy and compliance are not just buzzwords. They are essential pillars of a responsible digital society.